Hi guys, Courtney here. Today we're going to be talking about values and commitment in sport and why that's important and how you can use the two to help you with your training and competition. Now, we can't wholly and solely rely on motivation alone. There will be days where an athlete's motivation fades, and that's where your values and your commitment comes into play and they become your best and biggest assets. So why are values and commitment so important in sport? Well, they provide direction and clarity for the athlete, so they help you keep that, eyes forward approach, and they help you to focus on your why, and your values are your foundation. They help guide you and your decisions. They fuel your actions and help keep you aligned with your goals through the good and the bad days. As an elite athlete, I have had my fair share of positive and highs in my sport, such as representing Australia, traveling around Canada and Oregon in the USA, and running many personal bests and, placing at nationals. And then I've also had my fair share of negative low moments in my sport. So these will include things like injuries, setbacks, negative self-talk, just hard times when things just feel like they're falling apart and you're just not going forwards. And this is why coming back to your values and knowing your values and your why is so important. It gives you a constant clarity towards your goals and what you're wanting to achieve in your sport. My old coach, Jackie Byrnes, was a big believer in doing hard things, and she was a big believer in commitment. She always wrote a coach commitment, and she sent that to all her athletes, and she made her athletes write an athlete commitment to her. Now, I wanted to share something with you guys, so I'm going to read out Jackie's coach commitment, just so you guys get a better understanding of what I mean by this. So this is her coach commitment to all of her athletes. So she would write something like this to her athletes, and it would be a little bit different for each athlete, but much the same. So this is how it started. So she said, "To my athletes, Coach Jackie Byrnes OAM, I will be both reliable and punctual. If for any reason I cannot attend or be at training on time, I will advise you personally or the squad as a collective. I will endeavour to be present whenever possible at your competitions, both at home, interstate and overseas. My coach education will remain updated, and when and if appropriate, I will seek advice regarding you from other coaches, sports professionals that I respect. In all aspects of your training and performance, I will work hard towards achieving a successful outcome for us both and on and off the track. I will be loyal to you as my athlete and discuss with you on a one-on-one basis any problems that may arise affecting your training, our program, or our coach-athlete relationship. I will prepare your training and competitions and continuously review, analyze, and modify them to suit your current levels of training and performance. I will honor you as my athlete by giving you my very best performance as your coach. Invest in yourself and prepare to win." That's Jackie. That's just black and white. She you knew what you were going to get from her. You knew her commitment to you, and then she made you write one back to her. So I'll read you mine that I would have wrote to her as well. So my athlete commitment to Jackie goes like this. "To my coach, Jackie Byrnes, I will be 100% committed to you and my training. I will be reliable and loyal to you as my coach. I will ensure I am always on time to training and competitions, and if for some reason I am unable to attend or will be late, I will contact you directly either via text or call. I will always show you the utmost respect and greatly appreciate everything you do for me both on and off the track. As you are my coach, I will be honest and straightforward with you, with anything and everything. Although communication is not one of my biggest strengths, I will endeavour to improve on it and provide you with the best communication that I can. I will always give 110% both on and off the track, ensuring that I am always approaching things with a positive mindset and attitude. Each and every time I step out on the track, whether that be at training or competition, I will give my very best. If I am unhappy with something or unsure on something, I will speak to you about it right away. I will ensure I regularly review and modify my goals as see necessary. I put my entire trust in your advice and the work you set me, and will ensure we are always on the same page. I will work hard in achieving my goals and ensuring we achieve a successful outcome both on and off the track, in training and in competitions. I will strive to be the very best athlete I can be, and I look forward to our journey together." So that was what I had to write to Jackie. So we really had to think about it, and that was my commitment to her, and she knew what my values were, and she knew what I was going to provide as an athlete, and I knew what she was going to provide to me as a coach. So, coming back to that every now and again was really important. So she would always kind of make sure if something was going wrong or, we needed help or something, she'd always say, just go back to what my athlete commitment was and the coaching commitment was, and just touch on that and remember what you wrote and remember what I wrote. And it always just kind of helped us understand where things were, and it helped us understand and respect one another a little bit more as well. As an athlete myself, I have had many highs in my sport, such as representing my country at the World Junior Championships. I've run many PBs, and I've also medaled at nationals. And then I've also had many low moments in my career as well. So I've had many surgeries, injuries, and other setbacks. And my values have always remained the same. So my values as an athlete are discipline, commitment, and resilience. And I live by those values, and I always come back to those values. So for me, being committed to my sport, being committed to my training is a huge thing. So commit to training sport myself as an athlete, commit to my coach, commit to the work that I'm about to do, and then staying disciplined. So after hearing what I wrote to Jackie and what Jackie wrote to me, you can see now why it's important to know your values, and it's important to show your commitment and write your commitment out on paper. It's important not just for yourself as an athlete, but it's also important for the team around you and your coach. Jackie knew the importance of committing completely to your goal, even if it was uncomfortable. She really encouraged us to always come back to our goal and always come back to our values. She coached a number of athletes on the track. Two that you will know is Jana Pittman and Melinda Gainsford-Taylor, and they were known as being just, your workhorses, and they worked so hard, and they were so committed to their sport and being the very best athlete they can be. My values remind me of why I show up day in, day out. They are the reason why I get up in the morning, even when my body says no, even when I feel really terrible, and my head's just not really in it on that day. They anchor me, they guide me through my choices both on and off the track. And then there's my commitment and my daily promise to keep going regardless of my mood, the weather, outcome. You'll always see me out on the track in all different types of weather. The only reason I'll not train is when there's a lightning storm. Sprinting is a brutal sport, and it demands everything. It's not all about motivation. It's, motivation comes and goes. It's not always there. Commitment, well, knowing your values and being committed to your sport, well, that's what gets you up in the morning. That's what helps you push through that last rep. That's what helps you push through, the really hard sessions where other people may just tap out, and you're going to keep going because you're committed to what your goal is and you're committed to your sport and the end goal. If you're an athlete watching this, ask yourself these questions. What do I want to be known for, even when no one's watching? Am I committed completely to my sport? Are you committed to yourself, your coach? Do you know your values? That's your starting line. Knowing these things will help shape you into a better athlete, and they will help you develop the strategies and, know what your goals are when it comes to your training and competition. For me, my values and commitment haven't just shaped my performance as an athlete. They've shaped me into the athlete that I am today. I live by my values, I love my values, and I always come back to my values. And at the end of the day, that's the real win. By defining your values, you create your personal playbook for your well-being, resilience, decision-making, and long-term success as an athlete in your sport. Keep an eye out for the next video where Dom's going to talk to you more about your personal playbook. She's going to open that up a little bit more and tell you a bit more about why it's so important as an athlete.